Hi everyone, this is Krishna Thakkar and thanks for tuning in for today's podcast. Today's topic is Kaikai. We all understand that Kaikai had been a very good mother to Ram. Yet, one day, out of the blue, Manthara tells her one thing, she takes it to her heart and then asks Ram to go for a 14 years exile. Why did she want Ram to go for an exile, that too for 14 long years? Manthara told Kaikai that if Ram goes for exile for 14 years, people of Ayodhya will forget Ram because that is a long time. And people of Ayodhya by then would be adjusted to Bharat's rule. Hence, when Ram does come back, Bharat can shun him away from the kingdom forever, not give him a penny, and yet the masses will support Bharat. That was the idea. But the question is, how could one night change everything? Change relationships? If Kaikai loved Ram so much, how could Manthara's poisoning affect her? What is poisoning someone's ear? What is it that makes another person distrust you? How can someone succeed in watering a plant if there is no seed in it already? Did Kaikai always have a seed in her that could one day grow into a plant of hatred? So let us assume Kaikai loved Ram was half the truth. What was the entire truth? The entire truth was that Kaikai was Dashrath's favorite queen. She enjoyed all the luxuries more than the other two queens, and also respected more in the kingdom. Her word was the word of order in the palace. Was it essential for Kaikai to enjoy that her husband is always in her chambers and not in the chambers of the other two queens? If she had been the victim of this injustice, wouldn't she have cried foul? Dashrath was so madly in love with Kaikai that he would fulfill each and every demand of hers. The Dasis knew which queen had the power. Dashrath could never deny anything Kaikai asked for. Kaikai ran errands of the palace. She had a lot of say in Dashrath's life. Dashrath tells Kaikai she is the one whom he loves most in his life. There is only one person whom Dashrath loves more than Kaikai, Ram. But Ram was no enemy to Kaikai. He was gullible, obedient, and loved Kaikai just as he would love his mother Kaushalya. He never showed any despise towards Kaikai or disrespected her. In fact, he respected her more than he would respect his own mother. So, Kaikai knew that Ram wouldn't even dream of harming Bharat. Then what changed overnight? The equation was that Ram would take orders from his mother, Kaushalya. Thus, she would be the Rajmata. The change in equation was that everybody in the palace would listen to her, that the masses will bow down to her, that there will be a shift in power and hers will eventually go. But she could have made sure that Bharat gets something powerful too, a powerful ministry so that she still has the say. But Bharat was absent. This was all too soon. Her insecurities of her own future were already sown in her heart. Manthara just watered the plant. She said what Kaikai wanted to hear. Just imagine why there are riots. India is a secular country. But deep down, we feel that our religion is superior to the others. Our language, our states, our culture is superior to the others. This comes in the form of jokes. Jokes on Sardars, jokes on South Indian accent or a Gujarati accent, jokes on Assamese and their looks, jokes on UP, Bihar and their life. Facebook and Twitter comments are filled with religious wars. These are normal people living normal lives, going to office, having Hindu Muslim friends, having colleagues, neighbors of different religions, cultures and castes. It is always perfect on the outside. We are perfectly secular on the outside. But imagine a Hindu Muslim wedding or an intercaste wedding. our secularism vanishes. We all carry those seeds in the garb of being secular. And someday, all that someone has to do is water that seed. Make us feel insecure that our power will vanish, our culture will vanish, our values will be uprooted, and the greatness will be gone. That man from other religion is going to rule us and change us. I really once heard that we should not marry outside our caste because in the end they force you to even change your name. It was a Parsi who told me not to marry a Hindu. It was a Christian who told me never marry a Hindu. They will change you. And it was a Hindu who told me never marry a Muslim. They will change you. And what does it cause? Riots like no other. Police cannot take action because they are humans just like us, carrying their own seeds which are watered differently. Thus, the protectors of law and justice witness the cold-blooded ruin with their eyes and feel proud in their inaction. But this all runs because we don't love our culture enough to follow it, but we love it enough to protect it. If there was no seed in Kaikai, if Kaikai had ensured that the king visited all the chambers equally, or made sure that Kaushalya would at least get the respect in the kingdom, if not the attention of Dasharath, if there was a thought of equality, would Manthara be able to do a thing? Thus, peace in Dasharath's house was always a myth. There was always a chance of what was going to happen. Kaikai really didn't have to make being a queen into a competition. Just like our secular fabric is also at times a myth, as we still vote on caste. We don't have to make greatness into a competition, because there can be many Devis and Devtas, and they all can be great and worshipable. Thus, there can be many cultures and religions, and all can be equally great. We also need to give it a thought, why is getting instigated so easy? And the day getting instigated becomes unimaginable is the day the peace is restored. That is the day our prosperity is restored. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you wish to send a cheering note or a feedback, please note down the email ID. It's krishnathakkar61@gmail.com. I repeat, KRISHNATHAKKAR61@gmail.com. Do tune into for other podcasts as well. Till then, have a happy day. Bye-bye.